I'm Marketing Sherpa reporter Courtney Eckerly here in the Media Center at Email Summit 2015, and I am with Jacquelyn Kearns and Jeannine of Dun & Bradstreet. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Courtney.
So how did you approach putting a team together to create an omni-channel strategy?
So it's a great question, Courtney. When putting any team together, you want to find the right chemistry and balance. And in an email capacity, you want to find people who have technical expertise as well as creative expertise. And what we did was we looked across our operations team and we took the best team members who had a real capability in knowing email distribution. And then we looked across our marketing digital team to see who could expect the experience and really bring to life the content that we wanted to tell that story through our email channel. So we took a little bit of the operational component and a little bit of the art, and we brought it together to make art and science work in an email capacity. That's how we did it.
So once you have that team together, why is email content the place that you want to put their energies towards?
Content from an email perspective is very powerful. Number one, we have over 7 million contacts, email contacts in our database. We know the team has a rhythm to understanding how those emails are performing. And also we have a repository to keep that information from a shared perspective so that if an email is sent out to one audience, we know how it's performed, but also what was the response and what's the next trigger that we should be looking towards. So we needed that team to understand that and create a strategic plan and then a tactical execution strategy. So the reason we brought those team members together was to be able to own both of those parts. And again, bringing the art and science together.
Okay, great. And what are some of your tactics for repurposing content?
That's a great question, Courtney. And the issue with content is you put it into a channel, and many people, they digest content in various different channels. So you should repurpose your content in those different channels. Of course, you're writing it to the various different stages of where a person is. Is it educational? They're about to make a decision? Is it a justification phase? But people do look at various channels, digital channels, etc. And so you should really repurpose content as you can in those various channels. Additionally, they consume content in different ways. So if you can take content and make a video, you can make a blog post out of that, or you can just do things so that it can be digested in various channels in various ways. That's the best way to use content, is just really continue to repurpose it. One piece of content should be used a minimum of 5 to 10 ways.
And I know that something you're talking about in your session is going to be how B2B marketers can learn from all sorts of campaigns, including B2C.
Yeah, so B2C campaigns, because we're all consumers of some type of product and solution, happen all the time in our regular everyday life. When we looked at campaigns in particular, we wanted to make sure the content was clear, that the outcome was to take an action that was specific to what I was maybe looking for online. And we'll talk through some of those during the session, like how home improvements can be tied into your everyday life through an email communication back. On the B2B side, what we wanted to do was take the interest from our properties, where people were coming to on the website, and re-engage them through email. So we'll talk a lot about that at the session and how we took some of the best practice on the B2C side, really brought them over to the B2B side, and we're having some great success with that.
And I think what's very important is you should remember that a business is made up of people, and so those behaviors are what you're really focused on.